how are you? So today's video is not going to be a lunch video. During winter, I often feel like baking, so I decided why not share with you the easiest apple pie recipe that I know. It's the way my mom and my grandma have been making the pie for years, and it turns out great all the time. It's so easy because you don't have to deal with making a pie crust, and it's so quick to prepare as well. And don't tell anyone, but we're actually gonna make it a healthy pie. So let's take a quick look at the ingredients.
As you can see, there are only a few basic ingredients that we will be using. We will need 1 cup of flour. I'm using spelt flour because it has much less gluten compared to regular white or whole wheat flours. It's also high in fiber and protein. For the sugar, I'm going to use coconut palm sugar, and I learned this from Dr. Oz. Apparently, if you switch from white sugar to coconut palm sugar, you will prevent blood sugar crashes in your system that make you hungry and cause weight gain. Some lemon juice. For apples cut in small pieces, you can remove the skin, but you don't have to. We'll need 4 eggs, half a teaspoon of baking soda, quarter of a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and some baking cooking spray. You can also use butter to grease your pan, but this is a much healthier option. We're going to start by preheating the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. To bake the pie, I'm going to use a springform pan. The difference between a regular pan is that it has a removable bottom, so it's easier to take out the pie when it's ready. Let's spray the pan and make sure that you cover all of it. And by the looks of our pan, you can see that we make a lot of pies. Let's put the apples at the bottom of the pan and spread them around. At this point, you can sprinkle the apples with some lemon juice to keep them from browning, but I usually skip this step. So let's just add the cinnamon on top of the apples for extra flavor. Next, we're going to whisk together sugar and eggs for about 5 to 7 minutes. The longer you whisk them, the higher the pie will rise. It's better to use stand mixer for the batter, however, I don't have one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use my handheld mixer. I just need to make sure that I move it around so that the batter is mixed together evenly. After about 7 minutes, we're going to gradually add the flour. When the flour is well incorporated, we're going to add vanilla, salt, then let's pour some lemon juice over the baking soda, and it will help the pie to rise even more. Once all of the ingredients are well combined, our batter is done. We can now pour it over the apples and make sure that you cover all of the apples, but do not mix the batter with the apples. Our pie is now ready to go into the oven. We will bake the pie for about 40 minutes, and while we're waiting for it to be done, let's get ready for the decorating step. I'm going to cut out some stars out of the parchment paper. You can use any shape you'd like, but make sure that it's not too detailed. And as you can see, I made way too many stars, so I'm gonna keep the rest for my next pie. After 40 minutes, let's check out if the pie is ready by poking it with a toothpick or a skewer. If it comes out dry and clean, that means the pie is cooked all the way through. So let's take out the pie, and as you can see, it has this nice brown color. Remember, if you used white flour and white sugar, the color will be much lighter. After cooling the pie for 10 minutes, let's remove it from the pan. And don't worry, if some of the apple pieces stuck to the bottom, you can easily fix it. Now our apple pie is finally ready. It's so healthy and so delicious, so you don't have to feel guilty about having a piece or even 2. You can serve the pie as it is, but I'm going to add some bling bling to mine since it's holiday season and everything. So let's put our parchment stars on top of the pie and then sprinkle them with about 1/4 cup of icing sugar. Make sure that the pie is cooled completely before you do this, otherwise the sugar is just going to melt. When you're done, carefully remove the stars. And don't worry, if it doesn't turn out perfect, I think it still looks lovely and it just reminds me of the snow outside. If you decided not to decorate the pie, you can just serve some ice cream with it or whipped cream. Check out my hot chocolate video where I show you how to make whipped cream at home.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do try to recreate this recipe because it's so easy, and also by making the substitutes in the ingredients that I mentioned before, you're gonna get a very healthy dessert recipe. If you guys like this type of videos and would like me to do more healthy baking in the future, leave a comment for me and I'll try to make more videos like this. Also, to go with the pie, you can serve some hot chocolate. I made a hot chocolate recipe. You can check it out right here if you'd like. And I personally like to have tea with my pie just because I'm addicted to tea. I drink about 4 to 5 cups of tea a day. I know, it's a problem. I have a whole board on Pinterest dedicated to tea. If you guys want to take a look at that, I'm gonna put a link in the description box below. If you haven't seen my last lunch video, you can click right here to take a look. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.